Are we live? Are we live? I think we are live. What's up, guys? Having a hard time locating Lanh right now, but I guess I can field some questions about the device. I've had it since this morning. I've used it pretty much all day. So I will, I guess I'll give since the reviews. I never did a live hangout, so I'm going to broadcast this link on Twitter and yeah, kind of go from there. Excuse my nubbery on this. All right, so let's begin. S6 impressions. This isn't going good already. I don't know how this thing works, man. I'm just sitting here looking at the microphone. Is anyone even out there? Can anyone hear me or see me? Oh, man, this is embarrassing. All right, we have Lanh here. Lanh, what's up, man? Can you hear me good?
Hello.
Yo, man, we are live in the building. Hopefully you can hear me.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you just fine, man. Your hair is loud and clear. Cool. So yeah, give a brief introduction of yourself, I guess. Starting with you, Lanh.
Me. My name's Juan. I work for Android Authority. That's it.
All right. What about Mr. Okay, so everyone knows this is Lanh from Android Authority. He did the review of the S6 Edge. It just went live a couple days ago, and you know, T-Mobile was still shipping out this device to people. So if you pre-order it from T-Mobile, you'll get it in the next couple days. I just got mine in today, actually. I've been using it all day, pretty much. So I'm just taking this time to field a few questions. I've already had a few questions on Twitter already, so I'm going to actually go to you for these questions, Lanh, because you've had the phone a lot longer than I have. So the first question that came in via Twitter is that what is the experience with the camera? Is it similar to the S5, or is it far and above better than the S5?
It's kind of hard to say because I didn't really use the S5 all that much, but I would assume that it's a little bit better than the S5, especially with OIS and the low light performance. I mean, I was super impressed with the low light. That's what I love most about it, was just taking all those low light shots. So I would say it's definitely a lot better than the OIS, and I don't know. It's really good low light.
Yeah. Hang on, let me change my mic. Everyone says I'm crackling a bit. Hang on.
Yeah.
All right, how's that sound?
Crackly. No, you're good.
Okay, well then let me get this crap out my face. All right.
Something's still crackling though.
It's still cracking? probably my voice that's crackling, man, all day.
No, there's still something.
What? What is this noise? Are you serious?
That works. What the hell is that?
Did I fix it?
I don't know. I guess. Sounds fine. You're good.
All right. So yeah, I went out and took pictures with the S6, and I think the pictures look great to me. Now I'm doing a comparison with the S5 right now to know how much better it is, but using them back to back, the S6 is a much faster camera. I'm not sure if you noticed that or not, Lon, but
Oh yeah, it's definitely a lot faster.
yeah,
Like, shutter speed's real quick. Launching the cameras really quick. Everything about it's fast. So
yeah.
the cameras are my favorite parts.
So like when I launched it and basically pressed the shutter button, even with HDR mode turned on, it was an extremely fast camera. I mean, that thing was wicked fast. And as Lon just said, like you double tap a home button, the thing just pops up. It's amazingly quick. And like I said, doing HDR photos, because it's taking multiple pictures at different, different exposures and combining them all. It's quick too. So it's
Even
very fast.
HDR, like when you're using HDR, you don't even notice that it's any slower. It just feels the same. So
Yeah, exactly.
like I mentioned this on Twitter. Like I actually like the double tap better than like Motorola's wrist gesture. It's way faster and it's easier too. So
Yeah, yeah. The wrist gesture is kind of weird in my opinion.
yeah.
I don't know why. But yeah, so you're saying low light's pretty good. Now I didn't have a chance to take anything in low light, but I did notice the selfie mode is much wider. It's like what they said in the press conference. When I went to selfie versus the S5, it was extremely wide. I mean, it was like covering from here, like my head, and each side of me, like 45 degrees.
I want to say it was like 128 degrees or something like that, or something super wide. But I personally didn't mention anything about the selfie or the front-facing camera because all the selfies that I took looked like garbage. So I was like, it's probably not worth talking about. So.
Oh, really? Was that in low light situations it was looking garbage, or in all time situations it looked garbage?
Mostly in low light, I guess. Because I think the front-facing camera is f1.92.
Yeah.
It didn't look as crisp as obviously it's not going to, but
Yeah.
that's why I didn't really talk about it. It seemed like a pretty average front-facing camera.
Now, I do know with Samsung phones, in low light situations, things look a bit yellow. Are you experiencing kind of like yellowing going on with white balance?
I personally have not noticed anything with the white balance. Everything's looked good to me. So, but also I'm not doing side-by-side comparisons with like other phones, so it's kind of hard to say. But all the photos that I took don't look yellow. They all look good to me. So.
Okay, cool. So moving off the camera for now, what are your feelings about the Edge? Do you think it's worth extra $100 for having the Edge on it?
Man, that's I don't know, man. That's tough. That's a tough question. Is it worth $100? Probably not. Unless you really love it, then I would say yeah. Like I personally really love the Edge, so for me it probably would be worth the $100. But it's not worth the $100 for the features. It's worth the $100 for the unique design and the swiping experience. That's where you're getting the $100 from. But the features aren't worth that much.
Yeah. Now, how does the Edge software compare to like the Note Edge? Because right here, here's the Note Edge, and I see that we have like little apps down here and all that stuff, whatever. The S6 I have isn't an Edge, so I'm not sure how they refine the software, or is it the exact same, or what?
I mean, the software, it's pretty much the same as the normal S6, obviously, but you just have those Edge features. So when you go into settings, there's an option that says Edge Screen, and then there's all those, and then you have the Edge lighting, night clock, information stream, and people Edge. So that's really the only difference software-wise from the S6 Edge to the S6. But you don't have like the apps like you do on the Note Edge, and I don't know why they don't have that. Maybe they'll add that down the road, because I think it would have been more useful to have like an apps Edge instead of a people Edge.
Yeah, that's
At
definitely.
least I think so, anyways. But I don't know. The implementation is also different because it's not a separate screen like it was on the Note Edge. But
Yeah.
you can still do it though. It's still possible, I'm sure.
So I was like hoping to see like an ESPN ticker app where at all times the ESPN ticker goes across the bottom when you're using your phone. Like I think that's the perfect thing to have the Edge for, or even like stock prices or whatever.
Yeah, they have that with the information stream. Um, Let me double check though.
Yeah.
I know you have like you can have Yahoo News, Twitter, yeah, Yahoo News, Twitter, sports scores, but the sports scores come from Yahoo too. So
Yeah. So and you know I mean and I'm just thinking out of my butt without knowing anything else, but I would love to have just like the full ticker, as in like it's scrolling by the whole time, like like how it is in Times Square, whatever, all that stuff moving.
oh, you mean like at all times, like when the screen's on too?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, make that a toggle. If I'm using my screen, it's already illuminating the pixels for the Edge. Why not allow me to have control on what actually shows? I mean,
Yeah, that would make sense.
yeah. I mean, I just think stuff like that would be kind of cool, and I think that will maximize the Edge a little bit. Now, as far as people are saying, like how sharp the Edge is and stuff, are you experiencing anything about it being extra sharp or anything like that?
I don't know. Like to me, it feels like a normal phone. I think it's probably because I haven't really held the normal S6 too much. I mean, I played with it at Mobile World Congress for a little bit, but I don't really remember how it feels anymore. So I guess if you compare it to the regular S6, it may feel a little bit sharper, just because the metal is a lot thinner on the sides. So I think that's probably why people say that it feels sharper, and you can feel the chamfers more because of the thinner metal sides. So, but it's not like it's gonna slice your hand off or anything. So I don't know. I would say it feels like an M7 in the hand, because people said the M7 felt slightly sharp too. I think.
So would it be safe to say people are just piling on because that's what people do sometimes when something's different? They just pile on about it.
Hold on, let me play this again because I assume I was probably making like echoes or something.
Oh, you're good. All right.
What was the question?
Oh, no problem. I was saying that dang, what was I saying? Well, I was saying, do you think people are just adding on or just piling on because it's different? And you know how people are. One
Oh yeah.
makes and memes and
Yeah, I mean, I think some of the things that people are complaining about is definitely being overblown, like the whole sharpness deal. It's definitely not. I don't consider it sharp. I don't know. That's but it's whatever.
The Note Edge has the hardest vibrate I've ever seen on any phone ever, by the way.
Yeah.
That thing just broke my table from IKEA. All right. Cool. So another person was wondering, as far as like gaming or watching video on the Edge, does it like immerse you more into it, or you sort of forget about it?
It doesn't really add much to like a video experience for like media and games and stuff. It doesn't really add too much because it's not really designed for that purpose. But it does look a little bit cooler because you see like the content of the video curve at the top and the bottom, and the same thing with games. So it kind of adds an additional element, but it doesn't really change the way that you view content. It doesn't really, because it wasn't really designed for that purpose.
Yeah. So you think it was just designed for those apps to run and contact people quickly and just have that dual screen, that dual screen experience, I guess?
Yeah, pretty much. I think Samsung just wanted to make it symmetrical this time around, and not like the Note Edge where you had to flip it upside down if you're left-handed or whatever. But
Yeah. So far, you've been on the phone for about a week now as your daily driver?
a little bit over a week now, yeah.
So what are you getting for battery life? Because a lot of people right now on Twitter are complaining about battery life, how battery life is terrible, or they're only getting 5 hours or they're only getting 3 hours of on-screen time, 10 hours of actual usage. What's your typical experience compared to other phones with this device?
Like it's really weird, like what the battery life's been like, and like when I talked to you earlier today, like I told you I had like an hour and 15 minutes of screen on time, and it was like 3 hours off the charger. But now I'm only at 9 hours, 9 hours off the charger, 4 hours screen on time, and I'm at 24%. So I don't know. The screen on time number sounds pretty decent, and obviously it's going to be a little bit higher than that once it goes down because I'm still at 24%. But
Yeah.
I'm probably not going to get any farther than maybe 10 hours off the charger by the time it's done. So it's really weird. Like the screen on time will be decent, but the off the charger time is just not good.
Yeah, it's it's one of those things, man. Like OT4 Tech, he says that after 70%, it drops down a lot faster, and he's been testing it.
Yeah.
Everyone's having a different narrative about it, so I don't know.
Yeah, it's very weird. I mean, if you just stick to like the basic stuff and you don't game or anything, you'll get there full day just fine. But if you're even playing like something for 5 minutes, like I played like Skyforce and the battery life just literally like shot down from just playing like Skyforce like 5 to 10 minutes. So I probably lost about 20% just doing that.
Jeez. I just had a question that came in. I think the answer is yes, but you've had the phone longer, so I'll defer to you. Adrian wants to know, does the S6 have burst shot mode?
Burst shot mode. Oh, do you mean just like from holding down the shutter?
Yeah.
Yeah, it has that. If you hold down the shutter, it just rapidly fires.
I figured it would. Now, after the burst goes, does it do the thing where you pick the best photo out of the whole burst or anything like that?
I'm doing it right now, and doesn't seem like it. At least not automatically.
Yeah, okay. Because I remember they used to have a feature called like best shot mode or something like that, or best shot.
Yeah, it might be one that you have to download now. I'm not sure because there's a download option in the camera settings now. So because some of the camera features they didn't include them all, but you either have to download them or it doesn't exist.
Yeah, yeah. All right, let's do a few more questions and we'll kind of get going. I don't want to take all day here because you kind of just want to let people answer some questions as we go. Jeez, my voice cracking still. So your experience with the phone, so how do you feel about it? I know you've reviewed the phone and you went through the whole spiel of the review, but how do you really feel about the phone? Like, if you weren't a reviewer, would this be a phone you actually pick up yourself?
Oh yeah, like I actually love this phone because I'm still using it. So yeah. I would buy this phone. I would definitely buy this phone. I actually want to get my own, but I already have one, so I'm just gonna hold off on that for a while. But I would recommend it despite the battery life not being the best. I don't know, because I just love the phone. I like everything else about it. The camera's great. The build quality is nice. The screen is really, really sharp. And I don't know. I like the edge. I like the glass. I like the way it feels. It's a really good look. It's a really good phone overall. So I think it's definitely worth it.
Sweet. What and the last question, then we'll pretty much wrap up from here. What changes have you made thus far? Like, did you change the launcher? Which apps are you using? What did you enable? Like, stuff like that.
After I reviewed it, I installed the Google Now launcher. I typically use Apex, but I decided to just keep it simple and install a Google Now launcher. And I like it even more now with the Google Now launcher on there. I haven't done anything else really as far as like the themes. The themes are okay. Like right now, it's not really fleshed out. There aren't that many to pick from, and a lot of them look really kind of childish. And they don't really look that cool. And some of them have really obnoxious sounds too. So
no, beeping sounds back.
No, like the Avengers one, it's cool, but the sounds are really robotic and they're annoying. It's like every time you press on a button. So
now as far as can users make themes, or is it only Samsung create themes?
I don't know. I want to say that's a good question. I want to say it's just, I'm assuming developers should be able to tap into this. I would hope they would allow developers to tap into it, but
yeah,
I don't see like a choice to actually design one. I assume there's probably some sort of API that Samsung has out there for developers to take advantage of it. That's my guess.
Speaking of APIs, I'm going to steal you for one more. Have you heard of anything about the Edge API coming out so app developers can tap into it or anything like that?
I have no idea about that. I assume the only thing that people will be able to take advantage of is creating additional streams, like additional information streams that people can download. I assume that's the only one that you're really going to be able to tap into, because the way this is designed now, with the Edge being, it's just one piece of glass. I don't think you can have like a. I don't know if Samsung is really going to allow people to like add additional features like an app Edge or something like that. I don't know if Samsung is going to have developers be able to tap into things like that. So I don't know.
I sure hope so. All right, man. Well, we'll pretty much wrap this up, Lon. Let them know how they can contact you. I'm going to post this on Google Plus. Obviously, I'm going to edit it up a bit and put it on my YouTube channel. So let them know how they can get with Lon.
You can follow me on Google Plus at Lanh Nguyen Films, and you can follow me on Twitter at Lanh Nguyen _1. So follow me there. Most preferably Twitter.
Hey, I don't have those names. I have like different names for you, man. You gave me the janky account, man. You gave me the janky accounts, bro.
No, you have me on there.
Oh, okay. I thought it's Lon. I thought
that's what the name says, but my handle.
Dude, I'm so out of touch, man. All right, Lon. Thank you for this, man. We try to answer some questions. Any follow-up questions, I'll try to answer myself. Anyways, guys, I'm Kevin the Tech Ninja. And that was Lon, and getting out of here. Peace.
See ya.